so happy we alive.
But he could only get 4. And I said, well, have a meeting, try to get at least 12 people together, and I'll come up to Purdue and speak. And I'll be glad to speak up at Purdue anyway, but anywhere. I'll go anywhere in the state if you can get enough people and give me some notice and chance to do it. I'll come at my own expense and I'll speak to you and try to get a group going there. And I went up there 2 weeks ago at Purdue, and they had over 100 people show up. There was standing room only, and instead of just talking casually to a dozen people, I talked for 2.5 hours or something to 100 and some people, and 87 of them signed their name in the list to become members of Purdue Normal. And they had a libertarian guy there and recruited half of them to start a libertarian club. So it was out of that one meeting in Purdue 2 weeks ago. We now have a Purdue Normal, we now have a Purdue Libertarian Club. So, boy, and there's a lot of interest, and that was very encouraging to me personally, to have seen students and teachers come up to me now that are interested. I've never had them both on the same wavelength, but I've had teachers and students that come up and believe me now. And we've got big interest on campuses, and I think the time is right to do this. We're going into a new millennium. People have a psychological set toward reevaluation. Where are we going with our lives? Maybe everybody's turning 50 like me, probably not. But anyway, I think a lot of people are using the millennium as a way to review what's going on, where they want to go on the next with zero on the dates and stuff. And this is a perfect time to get strong and change something. And I think you can all input into this. We need all of your help on every basis. And let me tell you that there's a normal convention. We didn't have normal conventions in Washington. I'm on the national board. I was on it from 91 to 94, and it disbanded and voluntarily, and they got a new board. And I was out for a couple of years, but I'm back again, so I can tell you what's happening on the national level. Is that we're getting good funding from a number of different groups. We've got musicians providing feedback to us. Hell, we went to Farm Aid 2 weeks ago and smoked with Willie Nelson in his bus before he went on C-SPAN on national TV. And Willie's got some great shit. But, people are willing to actually come out more. And we're going to have more celebrities in the next year. I think they're going to come out and announce that they've smoked pot. And look, I haven't raped or pillaged or plundered. And I'm a responsible citizen. And the only distinguishing feature is I made a choice with my own body to use that herb. And there's going to be more and more people come out, which will help get more credibility and make it easier for other people to come out. And we're going to have more Woody Harrelsons, and we're going to have more movie stars, I believe, and we're going to have more famous people come out in this next year, and that's going to help the movement. We had a wonderful convention. The first time in years we've had an excellent convention. We had one in November. That's okay. We had a great convention in November. It's been years since we've had a national convention. It's probably a loudspeaker promoting a rally or a party or something. Yeah. No, it's a Democrat. Okay. He's a Democrat. We had a great convention in November, and we had people from Holland and people from Canada. We had MDs. We have great people on the national board. Carl Sagan has just been announced. Used to smoke marijuana every day. He's a Nobel Peace Prize winner. He's one of the most brilliant men in our time. He recently passed, and now they can announce that he was a regular marijuana person. We're going to try to get some live people to do it. Ann Dryan, his wife, is on the Normal board. She's the president of the American Society of American Scientists, or Federation of American Scientists. We've got some real heavy duties. We've had people, the former attorney generals, Ramsey Clark. We've had like Dr. Spock, Dorothy Whipple in the past on our board. Attorney General Clark. We've had Hugh Hefner, I think, was in the beginning. He helped start Normal with funds from his Playboy Club and magazine, and they still give us advertising as High Times has. There's an opportunity maybe to get more involved with the proceeds from High Times based upon the founder of High Times who put it in his will that in year 2000 profits go to Normal, and of course they're fighting about that because they don't really want to turn it over, but I think we're going to have more input there. All the articles I've helped with, like Atlantic Monthly, have come out in the last few years. Peter McWilliams' book, It's nobody's business if you do. The libertarians have, and I've been working on this personally, one of my goals is to get Normal and Libertarian Party together, and I've had some success with that in the last 5 years, to have them work together to try to work together on these issues. So the Libertarian Party's against the spraying of the pot plants and the genetic codes, and so we're getting some overlap now throughout the country. I think the time is right. We're going to have another great convention. I want you all to attend. It's going to be February. I don't like governing my personal life or my business life. I wasn't a libertarian when I started. I didn't know it, but I was. And if that's the same band now about the truth, to speak the truth. That's what voir dire means. It means to speak the truth. You don't get much of that in the courtroom, but you do hear the word voir dire. But
are just a shell of another self, a self whose priority is to live and learn, yeah, let it be. But the roads we get trapped in get kinda tight, we're kinda thin, so we gaze through the atmosphere, and in our hearts we hear. Just a shell of another self, a self whose priority is to live and learn, yeah, to let it be. But the roads we get trapped in get kinda tight, we're kinda thin, so we gaze through the atmosphere, and in our hearts we hear.